God is working in your silence. There are moments in life when everything feels quiet, when your prayers seem unanswered and your heart feels heavy. But listen, God is not ignoring you. He is working in the silence. He is arranging things you cannot see, preparing blessings you're not ready for yet. Sometimes God's silence is not His absence, it is His protection. Keep believing, keep waiting. Your breakthrough is coming in God's perfect timing. In the vast symphony of our lives, there are times when the music seems to fade. The vibrant orchestra of blessings, conversations with God, and clear signs of His presence can diminish into a profound and often unsettling quiet. You may be in such a season right now. You pray, but the heavens feel like brass. You cry out, but the only sound you hear is the echo of your own voice in the emptiness. Your heart, once full of faith and fire, now feels laden with the weight of unanswered questions and unfulfilled longings. It is a lonely place, this valley of silence. It's easy to feel forgotten, to wonder if your pleas have been lost in the cosmic winds, or worse, if they are being deliberately ignored. You might look at your life and see the stagnation, the closed doors, the persistent struggles, and conclude that God has turned His face away from you. This feeling of abandonment is one of the most painful trials a believer can face. It tests the very foundation of our faith, pushing us to question everything we thought we knew about God's love and His promises. But I am here to tell you something with all the conviction in my soul. God is not ignoring you. That silence you are experiencing is not a sign of His indifference. On the contrary, it is often a sign of His most intricate and profound work in your life. In the quiet, unseen realms, God is moving. He is orchestrating events, aligning circumstances, and speaking to people on your behalf. Think of it like a master weaver at a grand loom. From your perspective, all you might see is a chaotic mess of tangled threads on the underside of the tapestry. You see knots, loose ends, and colors that seem to clash. You can't discern any pattern or beauty. But from God's perspective, from the top side of the loom, He sees the magnificent design He is creating. Every thread, every color, every knot has a purpose. He is meticulously weaving together your past pains, your present patience, and your future promise into a masterpiece that will leave you in awe. The silence is the sound of His concentrated effort, the hum of the divine loom, as He works all things together for your good. Consider the story of Joseph. After being sold into slavery by his own brothers, he found himself in a foreign land, serving in Potiphar's house. For a time, things looked up. He was successful and trusted. But then, falsely accused, he was thrown into a dark, forgotten prison. Can you imagine the silence of that dungeon? Can you imagine the prayers he must have sent up night asking God, "Where are you? Have you forgotten me?" For years, there was no answer, only the clanking of chains and the quiet desperation of his own heart. From his vantage point, his life was over. His dreams were dead. But God was not absent. God was working. In that silence, God was shaping Joseph's character, teaching him humility, resilience, and dependence. He was positioning him, even in the depths of a prison, to be in the right place at the right time. The silence was a period of preparation. When the moment was right, God elevated him from prisoner to prime minister in a single day. They were the necessary foundation for the decades of impact that would follow, saving an entire nation from famine. This is what God does. He is arranging things you cannot see. While you are focused on the door that has been shut in your face, God is already constructing a brand new gateway for you down the road. While you are mourning a loss, God is planting the seeds of a future restoration that will be greater than what was lost. He is moving the hearts of people you haven't even met yet, people who will be instrumental in your next chapter. He is clearing obstacles from a path you didn't even know you were about to walk on. His work is often subterranean, happening deep beneath the surface of your awareness. It is a work of precision, of divine strategy. You cannot trace his hand, but you can trust his heart. He has a plan, and the current silence is a critical part of that plan unfolding. It is the quiet before the dawn, the stillness before the storm of blessings he is about to unleash in your life. Furthermore, God is preparing blessings that you are not ready for yet. Sometimes, if God gave us the breakthrough we are begging for right now, it would crush us. We may think we are ready for that promotion, that relationship, or that ministry, but God, in His infinite wisdom, knows the strength of our foundation. He knows the hidden cracks in our character, the areas of immaturity that need to be addressed. The silence is His workshop. He is the master craftsman, and you are His precious project. He is using this quiet time to strengthen your faith, to deepen your character, and to increase your capacity to handle the weight of the glory He has in store for you. A blessing given too soon can become a burden. A promotion without the character to sustain it leads to a fall. A relationship without the emotional maturity to navigate it leads to heartbreak. God loves you too much to give you a gift that you are not yet equipped to steward well. So, in the silence, He is doing the internal work. He is teaching you patience, forging perseverance in your spirit, and purifying your motives, so that when the blessing arrives, you will not only be able to receive it, but to maintain it and multiply it for His glory. Think of an athlete training for the Olympics. There are long, grueling years of practice in empty gyms, long before they ever step into a stadium filled with cheering crowds. Those silent years of discipline, sweat, and sacrifice are not wasted. They are the very thing that prepares them for their moment of victory. The silence is your training ground to become more than you are, so you can handle the victory He has already secured for you. And sometimes, what we perceive as divine silence is not God's absence at all. It is His protection. There are dangers on the path ahead that you cannot see. There are relationships that would lead you astray. Opportunities that are actually traps disguised as blessings, and paths that seem right but lead to destruction. When God is silent, when He doesn't open a door you are desperately knocking on, it is often an act of profound love and mercy. He is protecting you from things you don't even know you need protection from. He is shielding you from a future pain that would be far greater than your present frustration. We see the immediate desire, the short-term goal, but God sees the entire timeline of our lives. He knows the end from the beginning. His no or His wait is always rooted in a deeper yes to His best for us. The silence is a shield. It is a divine hedge of protection thrown around you, keeping you safe until the time is right and the way is clear. When you look back on your life years from now, you will see the moments of divine silence not as rejection, but as redirection and protection. And you will thank God for the prayers He seemed not to answer. So, what are we to do in this season of waiting, in this chapter of quiet? The answer is simple, yet profound. Keep believing, keep waiting. Faith is not the absence of questions. It is the choice to trust in the midst of them. It is the ability to stand on the promises of God when the circumstances around you scream the opposite. Cling to His word. Remind yourself of His past faithfulness. Look back at all the times He has come through for you before. The same God who parted your Red Sea in the past is the same God who is working in your silence today. He has not changed. His love for you has not diminished. His power has not waned. Keep your hope anchored in Him, not in your timeline or your expectations. And as you believe, you must also wait.